Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, going to be talking through a couple player props I like on Prizepicks for Game 2 of the NBA Finals, which is on Sunday night. I'm recording this video on Saturday night, so these are kind of some early plays I like taking a look at the board the night before the game starts. I got two player props I'm going to share in this video that I do like, and as always, we're going to talk through these two plays, share why I like them. Now, before we get started, if you guys do enjoy these Prizepicks videos, if they do help you out, make sure to hit that like button down below. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And if you guys are new to Prizepicks, and if you don't have an account on Prizepicks, you can sign up, linked down below in the description, or just use that promo code NOAH. When you sign up for Prizepicks, you'll get your first deposit matched up to $100. And also, if you guys have never heard of Sleeper, we do have a partnership with Sleeper as well. You can check out Sleeper, linked down below in the description, or again, just use that promo code NOAH over on Sleeper to get your first deposit matched up to $100. And Sleeper, they are a DFS pickup app similar to Prizepicks, really simple and easy to use. You're just picking more or less on player projections. You build out your entry. You can make up to an 8-pick entry on Sleeper, and you can win up to 100x your money. So check them out, guys. If you have not yet, use that code NOAH when you do sign up for Sleeper to get your first deposit matched up to $100. But let's go ahead and talk through the props I'm liking for Sunday's Game 2. Got two early plays, guys, I'm liking. First prop we're going to take a look at is going to be a points prop. And we're going to look at Kyrie Irving, 22.5 points. And I like the over here, more than 22.5 points for Kyrie. And let's talk through why I like this prop on Kyrie. So Kyrie did go under this line in Game 1. He did struggle offensively, only scored 12 points. But all the underlying stats were really good for Kyrie. He had a really high usage rate, 27% usage rate last game, which is second highest on the team behind Luka. That's assuming you don't count Jaden Hardy's 41% usage rate, which came pretty much in garbage time. So Luka led the team with a 37.6% usage rate last game. Kyrie was second on the team at 27%. It was Kyrie and Luka dominating the usage like it's kind of always been, throughout the regular season and in the postseason. So Kyrie still had a big usage rate last game. He was also very aggressive offensively. He took 19 shots. He just didn't shoot the ball that well. 6 for 19 from the field, 0 for 5 from 3. Typically, when Kyrie takes 18, 19, 20 shots, you can usually bet on him putting up more than 12 points. If you look at this postseason, when he's taken at least 18 shots, these are how many points he has had. So with at least 18 field goal attempts this season in the playoffs, Kyrie has had 31, 23, 16, 30, 12, 33, 22, 30, 40, 36 points. So pretty much all but 3 games with at least 18 field goal attempts, he's had 23 points or more. And the games he went under, he shot 6 for 18, had 16 points, shot 6 for 19, had 12 points, and then shot 9 for 23 and had 22 points. So the volume was there. It was just inefficient shooting, and that can happen. These guys are human. They're not going to go out there and make every single shot they take. But typically, we can expect Kyrie to be a guy that's going to shoot around 45 to 50% from the field. He's not a player that's going to shoot 30% from the field every game like he did last game. And he's also a pretty good three-point shooter. He's not going to shoot 0 for 5 from 3 like he did last game. So kind of expecting some positive shooting regression for Kyrie Irving here. And I don't really buy into trends too often, but if you look at Kyrie this postseason, when he's had a down game, he typically bounces back with a good game after that, and you can kind of just see it based off his game log. He had only 20 points against Minnesota in whatever game that was, game 3, 4, whatever, and then bounced back with 33 in the next game. He had 20 or 16 points, in game 5 or 6, whatever game that was, bounced back with 36 the next game. And so far this postseason, when he's had a down game, so game 5 against the Clippers, he only scored 14 points. The next game, he had 30 points. He only scored 9 points in Game 2 against OKC, had 22 points the next game. Now, he did struggle games 4 and 5 against OKC, only had 9 and 12 points in those games. But OKC, that was a really tough series for Kyrie. I mean, his scoring numbers were way down in the OKC series overall. But then if you look at the Minnesota series, kind of, same thing. He had only, 20 points in Game 2, then 33 the next game. Only 16 points in Game 4, 36 the next game. So it's kind of been a trend this postseason. When Kyrie has a bad game, he typically bounces back the next game with a big scoring game. Not saying that's the reason I'm taking this prop. We kind of talked about why I like this prop. The usage, the shot volume was still there for Kyrie. He just had a really poor shooting game. Would expect some positive shooting regression here. And all the underlying stats were still good for Kyrie. He played a ton of minutes. He did lose about 5 minutes of playing time because of a blowout. He was on pace to play about 42 minutes last game had the game been competitive. But Dallas, they subbed out their starters with like 5 minutes left because the game was pretty much out of hand. Assuming we don't get another blowout tonight, Kyrie's probably going to play 40, 41, 42 minutes. And if we're getting those type of minutes, we're getting the same type of usage we got in game one. I'd bet on Kyrie putting up 23 points more times than not. I know the matchup here, probably not the best. Boston, really good defensive team. They've got really good defensive guards that can slow down Luka and Kyrie. But both these guys, Luka and Kyrie, are just going to have so much usage. The offense is going to run through those two guys that even if you have good defenders, that might not be enough to really slow these guys down. So still like this spot for Kyrie. Like him to have a bounce back game here. I'm taking over or more than 22.5 points. And looking at some sportsbook odds right now, currently on Pinnacle, they do have this prop minus 126 favored towards the over. So Pinnacle likes the over on this prop, slightly juiced towards the over. It's a play, again, that I like as well. And a plus on Prizepicks, for those of you that are unaware, if you take a prop on a player that's a star, so for example, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Kyrie, I think those are the only 3 star players in this finals. But if you take a prop on one of the 3 star players, whether it's an over or an under, and the entry wins, like if you get 2 for 2, 3 for 3, whatever, you get a 10% payout boost. So if we do hit our entry tonight, we'll get a 10% payout boost on what we would normally get. So I think instead of paying out 3x for a 2-pick, it'll pay out like 3.3x. So a little bit of a bonus there. But yeah, that's the first prop I like for tonight, guys. Kyrie Irving, more than 22.5 points. And then the other prop that I like to pair with that is going to be an assist prop. And we're going to take a look at Derek White, 5 assists. And I like the under here, so less than 5 assists for Derek White. And let's talk through why I like this prop. So if you're looking at Derek White's last 5 games, you're probably wondering, Noah, why are you taking this? If you look at his last 5 games, he's gone over in 3 out of 5. He's pushed or gone over in 4 out of his last 5. Did have 5 assists last game, but if you look at the potential assists for Derek White last game, he got some very favorable scorekeeping because the NBA website only has him for 2 potential assists last game. So he finished with 5 assists, but I'm guessing the assists that he got, 3 of the assists he got technically really weren't assists. The Boston scorekeepers just gave him the assist. I guess sometimes home scorekeeping will do that. They'll tend to give favorable scorekeeping to the home team. In this case, obviously Boston was the home team. So Derek White only had 2 potential assists last game. Got very favorable scorekeeping to finish with 5 assists. And so far this postseason, he's only averaged 6.6 potential assists per game. His assist numbers were really good in the Indy series. Like if you look, game 1 against the Pacers, he had 9 assists. Game 2, he had 6. Game 3, he had 7, and then only 4 in game 4. But so far this postseason, he has pushed or gone under this line of 5 in 11 out of 15 games. So more times than not in the playoffs, he's finished with 5 assists or less. And Derek White's not, he's become more of like a spot-up shooter this postseason. Like he's not doing a ton of ball handling. So far in the playoffs, it has been Jason Tatum and Drew Holiday that have led the team in potential assists. Derek White, he has been 3rd on the team, but it's kind of a big drop-off down to only 6.6 potential assists per game. So, Derek White's not had like a huge handling role. He's not been doing a ton of facilitating. And if he's only going to average 6, 7 potential assists, I'd bet more times than not he comes away with less than 5 assists. On average, a player will convert about half of their potentials into actual assists. So on average, if Derek White has like 8 assists, if Derek White has 8 potential assists, he'll finish with 4 assists on average. That doesn't mean that every time he has 8 potentials, he'll only finish with 4, because you can have situations where a player, every time they kick it out for an assist opportunity, the shot goes in and they get the assist. You can also have situations where it's the complete opposite. They kick it out for an assist opportunity and the shot's missed and they don't get the assist. So it can kind of go both ways. It kind of all depends on how the team is shooting the ball that night. But given that Derek White only had 2 potentials last game, I like the under on this 5 assist prop. I mean, this is a line that he has pushed or gone under in a large majority of his playoff games this season. He had some big assist numbers in that Indy series, but I think that kind of could have been due to matchup. I mean, the Pacers play super fast. A lot of those games against the Pacers were super high scoring, so there's just going to be more points scored in that game, which meant more assist opportunities. Now in a different series against Dallas, not saying that Dallas is like a super slow team, because they're not. Dallas has actually been playing a little bit faster this year, but Dallas definitely doesn't play nearly as fast as the Pacers do. And I don't know if this is going to be a series where we're going to see Derek White, have some big assist games. I mean, he got really, really favorable scorekeeping, got really lucky last game to finish with 5 assists. So I like the under here on 5 assists for Derek White. And I was looking at sportsbook odds. Pinnacle actually has this line currently set at 4.5, and it's pretty much even money. Last time I checked, it was like, minus 113 towards the over, minus 116 towards the under. So Pinnacle has this assist prop on Derek White set at 4.5, and it's even money. DraftKings has it set at 4.5 as well. I think they have it like minus 125 towards the over. But I like getting this line at 5 on Prizepicks. I think we get some push equity here. Like, even if Derek White finishes with 5 assists, it won't be considered a loss. As long as Kyrie goes over, we would still get, like, I don't know what the exact payout would be because of the star boost, or maybe you don't get a star boost if you don't go 2 for 2. If you go like 1 for 2 or 1 and then a push, I don't know if you get the boost. But either way, we would still get a payout as long as Kyrie goes over, even if Derek White pushes. But more times than not, I would bet on Derek White coming away with less than 5 assists. He's, that's been the case so far this postseason. You take out that Indy series, and he's gone under this line in a large majority of his playoff games. I mean, 3 of the 4 games this postseason where he went over, 5 assists, 3 of the 4 games were against the Pacers. So I think that, with this being a different series, different matchup, don't know if we're going to see as many assist opportunities for Derek White, which does make me like the less option here, or less than 5 assists for him. So these are going to be the 2 props that we roll with for Sunday's Game 2 of the NBA Finals. We're going to take Kyrie for more than 22.5 points and Derek White for less than 5 assists. If you guys are going to tell me on these 2 plays, let's hopefully hit both these plays tonight, guys. Make some money. I do always appreciate you guys watching these Prizepicks videos. Again, if you enjoy this content, if you enjoy the Prizepicks content that I put out on YouTube, just hit that like button down below. I do always appreciate the likes. And make sure to hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And again, if you guys don't have an account on Prizepicks, you can use that promo code NOAH when you do sign up for Prizepicks to get your first deposit matched up to $100. But that's all that I got for tonight, guys. Good luck on this slate, and let's make some money tonight, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.